Hello, hello, and welcome to Goddesses of a New You. I am Rubylee B, and the inspired message for this week is: what is your relationship with the word weird? What is your relationship with weirdness, with the weird things of life? Do you consider yourself to be weird? Do you have weirdness within you? Do you only identify weirdness in other people and not necessarily identify weirdness or associate the word weirdness with yourself? A few months ago, it was brought to my attention how I react to weirdness and my behaviors around the weird things of life. And I had a realization about myself, about, behaviors that is associated with weirdness. And what I have been able to identify within my own self is that, especially when I'm in like a social setting, when somebody says, oh, this is weird or that's weird, there's this natural thing that I do where you kind of like pretend like you don't do those weird things, or you don't feel those weird feelings, or you're not attracted to those weird things, right? To get along, right? To be a part of whatever social setting you are a part of, right? Get along to get along, right? And what I realized is that, when somebody outside of myself mentions that something is weird, my natural reaction is to reject it, to deny it. Even if that weird thing that they're talking about is something that I'm attracted to, or I like, or I do, right? Right? The natural reaction is to pretend as if you don't do it, right? And that was really brought to my attention, right? And so what I was able to see is that I tend to reject things that seems weird or is socially not accepted within my community or within my family settings, right? I tend to reject it, right? Or deny it within my own self, or to ignore it, which is the same thing as self-denial, and what I had to get in tune with and realize is that, well, first of all, we all are weird. Okay, we all are weird, right? And we are in a new age called Aquarius, and that aqua energy is bringing out the weirdness in everybody, right? The weirdness is coming up randomly in conversations, right? The weirdness is being demonstrated right before our eyes on television, and so there's a lot of weird things that's going on in the world, right? And some of these weird things, I don't like, I don't agree with, I'm not attracted to, but some of the weird things I do like, I am turned on by, I am attracted to. And so the question is, when you find yourself being attracted to something that is considered to be socially weird or socially awkward, what do you do? Do you self-deny? Do you reject? Do you ignore? Do you reject publicly, but behind the scenes, you engage in certain behaviors and certain activities that's deemed to be weird within the world? All right? And so it is food for thought. And like I said, I had to, I made a list of all of the things that I like and I'm turned on by that is considered to be weird. And I'm giving myself permission to do those things, to engage in certain behaviors, to act on certain desires because it is within me. And I do believe that when you reject yourself, when you self-deny, you are rejecting yourself. There is a level of rejection, self-rejection. And it is my personal experience and my belief that when you are constantly living a lifestyle where you are rejecting yourself from the things that you may really want to do, you may really want to explore, but you don't because you are way too concerned with what other people think that's outside of you, that you deny. And to deny yourself certain pleasures, certain desires, certain experiences is it is a form of self-destruction. It is a form of self-sabotage too, right? And so I am doing my personal development and a work to unlock these limited beliefs, right? Because, a lot of times, there is a limited belief that you have around the weird things of life. There is a way of seeing it that is maybe out of order, that is distorted, that's, you're not seeing it correctly. Are you not seeing the fullness of it? And I am doing my inner work to honor more and more of my truth, right? And I encourage you to do your inner work of honoring more and more of your truth. And if you don't know how to do the inner work, or what that inner work is, or what that inner work looks like, right? You can put a message in the comment section and say, Rubylee, I need help with this. I don't know what the inner work really is. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know how to do it. Leave me a little message. I need help. And I will message you back and I will help you. Right? And so that is the inspired message for this week. Knowing thyself and embracing the weirdness that lives and breathes within you. And so I will leave you in love. My name is Rubylee B. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like this message. Please like this video. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye.